Hello folks, I got a pile of cassettes here, and as you may have seen, I bought 300 of them at the thrift shop yesterday. And what I thought I'd do before I put them in my storage, where I have loads of cassettes that I'm not about to use anytime soon, is go through all of the different brands and types and see what they perform like after all these years. Now, I've already found that they are not in the best shape, so this should be interesting. But what I'm going to do is, I got 2 of each tape here, in case one is particularly bad, we can at least compare and give him a fair fighting chance. I'm just gonna play some YouTube royalty-free music from the YouTube music library and compare tape and source. So I'm gonna start with this tape because I know this tape is not in too bad of a shape. This is source and that's tape. Back to source and tape. So people who are quite close to their speakers or who are wearing headphones like I am will have heard some dropouts there. This tape is indeed not in new shape, but it is good enough to show you all that the cassette deck is fine, and any of the bad results we're going to get are due to the tapes being shite. So first off, it's a TX tape. Oh, because by the way, in case you wonder, this was a TDK CD Inc. 290. This is a TX CDX 90. They look quite fancy with the little gold details, but it's just a ferric tape, nothing special, a bit like TDKD. Yeah, they should perform quite alright if they are in acceptable shape. Let's see. Turn it down a bit, it won't like plus 5 dBs. So we got source and tape. Maybe a little bit of biasing. This is tape and source. And back to tape. Sounds a bit lifeless, but I would definitely call this usable. Quite hissy too, but nothing too extreme. Next up is this BASF Chrome Super 2, kind of a cool looking shell. These are, I know from experience, quite good sounding, but only record them once and don't oversaturate them, they distort quite easily. We got source. And here comes tape. Ooh, that's not great. Let's correct the bias a bit. So, back to source. And back to tape. Let's add some level. Yeah, you can actually record them quite loudly and they don't distort that quickly, but they will lose a lot of volume compared to source. Still distorting. So the source is the tape is now at 0 dBs and source is at +4. Back to tape. It's a weird tape. I remember them sounding better than this actually. So this is why we have the second example. Let's see if it behaves similarly or if it's any better. Fast forward a bit. So this is source again, and let's switch to tape. Sounds a bit better than the other one, but there's still this massive volume difference, probably because this is a true chrome tape and they are not that easy to bias on Japanese machines. So I already started this recording before, but the cassette deck didn't like the tapes. It really didn't like this one. It's a really cool looking tape that I haven't seen before with a different box. I'm not sure if you can see, but it's not completely as usual. They also don't open any further than this, so they're not as flappy. Quite soft plastic, so they should remain in one piece if you drop them. But what's the point if the tape is shite? And I really couldn't record anything sensible on this before. I may need to clean the heads after this. Let's see, source. And here's tape. Well, the previous deck was just like, nope. Interesting. And back to source. And tape. Not too shabby actually, bit quieter indeed, probably not a true chrome one, but definitely a musical sounding tape. It's not sounding dead in any way, just quite a bit quieter than the source. Interesting. So they are usable, apparently not with that deck though. This is something a bit weird. This is a Philips CSQ90. And in case you're looking at it and going, hey, there's Rainbow on that, and Uriah Heep, I know. But they are not great recordings, and you know, it's easy to get this music anyway these days. I am from the country of Philips, but I've never seen these tapes before in real life. I have seen them on the internet, but this is an interesting tape. It's chrome as well. Let's see what the recording sounds like. Well, that's not gonna help us. It's very noisy winding. So as you can hear, the recording is absolute shite. Maybe that's the tape in this case. Let's give it a shot. Ah. Yep. Source and tape. There's no biasing any life into this. Back to source. And back to tape. Yep. So this must sound quite alright on a European machine, but especially from this era. But it really doesn't like this Denon. Interesting though, it smells exactly like the VCR tapes you had in the 60s, the tapes that had the two reels on top of each other for video. That's exactly how this smells. Maybe the same formula. Let's try one more just in case. We are raising the Water Boys this time, not too sad about that. Wine's a bit quieter. Sounds horrid as you can tell, and same story. This is tape immediately. We can compare to source again. So it doesn't sound bad per se, but it's definitely lacking some energy and also definitely lacking some volume. Oh, this is interesting. So I think Sound and Vision, that was at some point the home brand of either HEMA or V&D, both warehouse chains. I think they use Agfa tape or BASF, I'm not sure. Let's see what comes out of it. There's a source. And let's switch to tape. Not too shabby. Let's get something a little more lively. Ooh, quiet. A little more music maybe. So we got tape here. It doesn't really like the bass. And source. Whoa, that's a lot louder. And back to tape. Yeah, no. Let's quickly get back to our reference tape just to see if the heads have gunked up. This box is being a bit... Why are you not opening? Oh god. Okay, let's not put that back. There's something keeping the box from opening. Do we still get a decent recording on this? Yep. Source. Tape. So the deck is still performing as intended. This tape is just not any better. But is it the tape or is it this tape? Let's find out by... There's something about boxes not opening today. What the hell? I know how to open a tape box. I'm not sure what's going on there. What will we be erasing? Gary Moore. Could very well be. My music stopped. Oh. Yeah, it's a lot quieter. It's not really bad, to be honest. Just a bit dull sounding, but then these are budget tapes. So here we got Lloyd Cole and the Commotions. And Blow Up Your Video by AC/DC. They broke out little tabs, so let's put some tape on these. Very easy with ferric tape because there's only one hole. Here we are. Gotta fast forward a bit. Okay, so this is source. Let's switch to tape. So with all of the biasing, back to source. And back to tape. Ah, I pressed stop. Oh, let's do that again. Source. And back to tape. It's not horrid, just again losing a lot of volume there. These formulations are not meant for this deck. There was only one of those actually. Speaking of which, there's also only one of this. It's an Akai tape. Now, I'm pretty sure Akai never made their own tapes. So I wonder who made this. I also wonder what's on it. There's nothing written on it. God, those recordings are pretty horrible. It's Rainbow again. Let's see. So we got source. Let's put the biasing back to something more reasonable. And tape. Japanese tape. Back to source. That's not bad. That's the best tape so far. And tape. Yep, that's pretty much identical to the source. So that's a very decent chrome tape. I'm not going to use this one as a reference though, because I don't want to ruin more than one tape. So I'm sorry for this one. That's going to get all the dirt of, tapes like this one. So, Kate Bush on a Philips Faro C60. Really cheap tapes, these. I think there was a blue one that was even cheaper. Listen. Definitely Kate Bush. Definitely sounds absolutely horrid. Let's see. Ah, they did it again. So, this is source, and that's what's left of tape. Yeah. Low end's actually quite alright. But you can hear there's slight vibrations. This tape is knackered. Oh yeah, it is. I'm not sure if you can see it on the video, but this tape is all gone wobbly. It's also not really... Wait, let me use the microphone. It's not moving smoothly at all. So this one's pretty much a bad example anyway, but they are not great tapes to start with. These though are, it's a Sony UX. I only bought 3 of these new in my life, and then after that I never saw them anywhere. I didn't know. Even the recording is not as bad as the previous one. Let's see what we get. So we're going to switch from source to tape. Let's turn the bias back, it's a bit much. And source. And back to tape. So the tape itself is definitely not new, but it sounds nice and crisp and yeah, transparent. Nothing wrong with that. There was one of those. There was also one of these, and I have no idea what this is. If anyone can tell me. Interesting shell. Look. Looks quite fancy. No idea what this may be. Let's see what it sounds like. It's supposed to be chrome tape, judging by the notch, the tabs. Okay, that's from Regional. That's probably a different person who recorded that. Does sound better, has to be said. Okay, source and... Ooh. That's not a happy tape. Source. And tape. Sounds like it once sounded quite good, but it doesn't anymore. I like the case. It's kind of a cool design. I'm probably gonna put some other chrome tape in it at some point. What's this? Oh yeah, this is some local production. They didn't break the notches out though, or the tabs. So I'm actually just curious what the tape stock sounds like. Let's see. It's probably a really short tape, but let's see. Okay, source and tape. That's all right. Back to source. And back to tape. Definitely loses a bit of volume, but it has all the musicality and all the dynamics. So I would say that's quite a good tape. Philips FS60. And then it says touching perfection. Not sure if you can see because of the glare, but it does. Which is annoying because I want to write there, so I'm not sure why they put that there. Also smells of old videotapes, to be honest. It's kind of a nice, clean look to it. It's just a normal ferric tape though, so don't expect too much, but it should be okay. 90s. Okay, let's put the biasing back. This is source and there's tape. Yep. Back to source. Sounds like your average budget tape. Nothing wrong with that. If someone recorded that for you, we'll be fine. Here's the other CD. Ing 90. We already tried one. Here we have something actually kind of cool. It's a metal tape, type 4. These are not great metal tapes, to be honest. But it also looks in pretty bad shape, can you see? It's all curled up inside, so I'm not sure what to expect from this. That doesn't sound happy at all. But let's see what we make of it. Woo! That's oh god, I'm just gonna wind it forwards a bit. I still see crap coming by. Okay, that sounds healthier. Let's record. It's just piano? Yeah, it's not very useful. Okay, let's switch to tape. Back to source. And back to tape. Plenty of dropouts, so this tape has had it, but the deck is really happy with the formula. Yeah, it doesn't look good at all. A bit sad because this is not a bad tape, but it's not great for a metal tape. I mean, Maxell XL2S does a better job. So here's something that says U2 Live. I'm actually kind of curious what's underneath that sticker, but I think it's gonna rip it off. Yeah, so we know nothing. I mean, it looked like crap anyway. Let's try this then. Nope, I don't think we're gonna find out. Nope, it's all gone. I'm not even sure if there was anything underneath that. Probably not. What I do know is that they took the tabs out, so let's fix this. And I expect this to be garbage. I may be surprised though. Eee, squeaky. That's probably YouTube Live. Oh, that's tape already. Source. And tape. Probably just some really cheap no-name tape. It also says nothing on the... literally nothing. Oh, it's a very old HEMA tape. There we are. That's what it is. But this is very early. So I guess that's one of the reasons it sounds like crap. It's old and it's really not meant for a modern machine. Relatively modern machine. Ooh. Speaking of the devil. XL2S90. This is a really good tape. Just a song, it says. Kind of cute with Winnie the Pooh and everything. We will need our trusty tape though. And we have to place it precisely because it shouldn't cover the notch that tells the cassette deck that this is chrome tape. We got it right. Let's record. Nice. So, this is source and tape. Tuning the biasing down a bit. This is tape and that's source, and let's get back to tape. It's pretty much identical. Tape still has a bit more highs. There you go. Kinda hard to keep them apart now. XL2S is a really nice tape. They're also very heavy, which I like. It's a nice design, nice dark gray color. Yeah, good tapes. Definitely one of the tapes I would recommend back in the day. Did we have a blue Philips? No, we had a red Philips, right? Or did we have a blue one before? I can't remember. Well, let's do this one. Maybe it's our second blue one. Let's see what we get from this. Ooh. Oh, that's tape. I expected way worse. Let's try source. Tape. If you dial the bias all the way up or down, that's quite close for a very cheap ferric tape. Yeah, so for a very old cheap ferric tape, that is impressive because usually these are impossible to get right on modernish machines. Oh, here's another one. So I'm not sure what the other one was before. Now I'm not even sure if it was in this video or a previous one. Too many retakes. Maxell UR, generally absolutely fine, but very thin sounding, I think. What's on it? Probably, is that Thingamadoodle? Pearl Jam, or was that Creed? I don't like those vocals anyway, so whatever it is. Song's over. Do we still have any? This is source. And that's tape for you. Back to source. And back to tape. See how it all becomes? I mean, it was a budget tape, let's be honest. You can't expect too much. And they're very reliable. And they always perform as you expect, but I can't say they do much for me. A tape I do like, good old D60. Got a few of them, I think, because there's so many different... No, it's not. I have a few SAs, actually. But this is an old D60. Mid-80s or so. Early 80s. Says TV themes on it. Let's see if we get the A-team. No, but that must be a TV theme. Let's... Okay, and tape. As always, TDKD is dead reliable. Source. tape. Could record a bit louder. Back to source. Hear how it gets better or closer to the source if you record a bit louder. TDKD, you should really push until it's distortion limit because it gets way more dynamic and musical sounding for some reason. There's another tape I think is quite good. The very, very old Sony CHF. These are not bad at all. And they are bloody old. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Is the notches still in? The notches are out. The notches are out. Give me some tape because the notches are out. Play. Barely 2 channels, whatever. And from source to tape. Ooh. That one's not happy. No, they're supposed to sound way better than that. Let's move to the next one. Maybe they're both not happy. I'm not gonna fetch more than 2, but let's see what we get. Notches. Notches! Damn it! Ah. Here we go. So that's source. And that's tape. I'm used to these sounding better. So these are not the best CHFs I've ever heard, but you know, they are what they are. This should be a bit better. That's a later tape from Sony. Really nice design, I think. The HF90 has Bruce Springsteen on it. Bit confused because it says The River LP and then it says The River LP on side B, but I don't think, did they just put the LP on there twice? Because it's not longer than a tape. So I'm a bit than a tape side. Definitely The River. Ah, definitely. No tabs. So that's tape. That's source. Not too shabby. Song's over. Let's restart the CD. So this is source, tape. A little louder works and then you lose some hiss. This is tape and source. And back to tape. These are seriously not bad tapes, especially these older ones. I think the later HFs start sounding a bit lackluster. I have one here actually. It has the Goo Goo Dolls on it. Again, both sides, but this is a 60-minute tape. Looks really good, by the way. It's all shiny and everything, so this should be alright, I guess. Is there Goo Goo Dolls? Absolutely. Let's record. So this is source, and let's switch to tape. Ah, bad timing. So tape and source. This one's alright, actually. And back to tape. May have underestimated the modern day HFs. Also depends on which deck you use. I usually use this one for playback in my living room. What the hell? Some box don't open, some box do open. This is a Philips Joe Jackson Rock Palace Live. I actually don't want to erase that, but it's gonna sound like crap anyway. But Philips Chrome 2 Ultra Chrome. Let's see if this sounds like crap. I'm gonna erase it. That's definitely Joe Jackson live, at least live. Well, that's a lot of clappity clap. Yep. I'm not gonna erase this one just yet because I actually really like Joe Jackson. So there's another one where that came from. It says empty, and there's also nothing on the label, which is very satisfying. Let's see if we can record on this one. Source and tape. Oh, I expected better. Let's fast forward a little. Give me some bass. Boy, oh boy. Oh, no. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that or if we have a massive mismatch, but that's unusable. Oh, here's another Ultra Chrome, but this is the Ultra Chrome 2. I'm not sure if that's a better version or a later version. It actually looks older, to be honest. What's the recording on it? Yep, that's Gary Moore. Let's record. Of course it doesn't, because one tab is gone. Well, can turn it around and fast forward it, but where's the fun in that? Let's fix this shit. Oh. Guess it's kind of clear which one's tape. So yep. So this one actually sounds like it's a mismatch. I guess I can't bias this one properly. Should get a European deck as well. Oh, there's another one, of course. Philips SQ C90. I do like the way these look. Nice and orange and everything. What's on it? Y&T. What's Y&T? I've never heard of that actually. Let's see. Oh, that seems a bit happier. Not a lot of highs. Let's switch to source. Yeah. Back to tape. Very admirable low end, but absolutely no highs. Is my head still clean, I wonder? That's reference. Yep, all is well. So let's try the other SQ C90. Let's see if this has some highs. We are gonna need a bit more tape for this one. Same story. Not a lot of highs. Nice lows. Cool for some old dub reggae stuff. Oh, yes. So this is one of my favorite tapes, especially the X model, but generally the TDK, AD, and AR. I think they are amazing tapes. And I don't get why people are so crazy about chrome tapes or metal tapes if you have stuff like this. What's on it?
Vanavond ja moet zeggen tegen het centrumlinkse kabinet Lubbers-Kok.
Oh, Dutch politics. Let's fast forward a bit. I may want to listen to that. This is early mid-90s Dutch politics.
Als meer dan 23.000 DDR-burgers van de mogelijkheid gebruik gemaakt om via Tsjechoslowakije naar West-Duitsland te vluchten.
They're actually talking about Eastern Germany here. Not quite sure because that doesn't seem to match up with the time of the... I'm gonna keep that one. This tape is too new for that, I think. Let's try this one. Sounded great, by the way. Doesn't seem to be the same person.
Wat moet ik eronder verstaan, meneer?
Ik zal u even doorverbinden. En ook
Okay, apparently there's radio recordings on these. Phone call... Okay, there's names. It's religious stuff. No, it says traffic jam in the direction of Alkmaar. The news? That's interesting. This one doesn't have anything on it. Late. Huh. I don't want to erase this. This could actually be quite interesting. Okay, music. I can erase that. That's fine. Let's see. This is tape. With a bit too much biasing. Here we go. And source. try a song that is a bit more useful for this kind of stuff. So this is source, tape. Distortion is already in the source. And tape. Oh, end of tape. Of course, that was bound to happen. Let's get that bit of jazz back. Source. Tape. Source. I realize this shouldn't be possible because it's just distortion, but I actually prefer the tape to the source now. I think AR is one of the most musical, loose, pleasant sounding tapes out there without losing any detail. I think it is absolutely great. Black Sabbath, Mob Rules, that's not their best time. And Look at Me Now from Bernie Martin. I know that name, but I don't know what from. Doesn't matter. What does matter is, are we going to make it to the end of this before my battery dies? Let's see. This is a Philips Ferric C90. That's a noisy record player you got there, mate. It's a pity they sound so bad. Record. Honestly. Loads of dropouts, but sounds quite good. That source again, a lot louder. Tape. Yeah, it's pretty knackered, but this was once quite a good tape. It has all of the detail and transparency without any of the sharpness. That's quite impressive. Here's another one. Let's see if this one has less Tigers of Pantang. Less dropouts. I know this is getting annoying. Same for me. Also severely used. Still. Like with the previous Philips Ferric tape, really nice low end. What do we have here? Ah, here we go. This is an SA90. There's going to be a few of those. Just to compare the different times of SA90s. Classic. Bye. So this is tape. Source. Back to tape. It's got your typical SA90 thinness in the higher mid-range. The attack of the cymbal is gone. Hi-hat, sorry. See? I think SA is a pretty overrated tape, but it's very reliable, so there's that. Then there's an older SA. Yeah, this model. Let's see how that fares. I hope it's not record protected. No. Back to source. I actually think this fares slightly better than the newest one. It sounds a bit less thin. Same tape. Here's an even older one. Really like this style. Let's see how this performs. It has aha on it, does it? Probably. Record. Same song. This is tape. Let's switch to source. This needs a bit more biasing. Tape. Okay. So far I prefer the middle one. So this model, I think that sounds best so far. That's the same one. That's the same one as the first one. Oh, that's the SA. So that's my favorite era of SA, and I've concluded that many times before. These are pretty nice. And they weren't that expensive when new, but I'd still prefer. There's another AD. This is the AD, the other one was the AR. Let's see if there's any historic radio recording on this as well.
Goedenavond. Met All Shoe Cup begonnen we deze 5e aflevering over Elvis Presley, waarin vandaag aandacht voor het jaar 1957.
Okay, they're going to talk about Elvis Presley in the year 1957. Sounds really good as well. Let's record. Nope, that's definitely still Elvis. Let's put some tape on this. Just keeps happening, doesn't it? It's so much better than SA. Switch to source, I mean. Back to tape. You don't lose anything. Man, ADs are great. I'm never getting rid of any of them. I record them all. I prefer a second-hand AD to many a new tape that I have. That's another AD. And here comes something epic, because the 90s. This is very loud, isn't it? Don't worry, I hear it too. So one of these was broken. Yeah, that's this one. I hope the other one is not. No, this one's fine. It looks very used though. Cool, very cool design. It's all blue. Dabba D. Obviously very unpractical without any inlay or anything. I think there was a paper slip with it, but... Cover! Ooh, this has a bit of thinness going on again. Reminds me of the SA. So this is tape. Very sharp, very tinny highs. Let's go to source. Well, there you go. And that's the end of our quick tape test. Took us only, I don't know, 42 minutes. Gonna have to do some editing. Not too much though, because most of it is listening to tapes. But yeah, that's a shit ton of tapes. And I hope you had fun looking at this. I had fun doing this, and I have a backache. And I'm just gonna get myself some tea and edit this video. Why do I have a backache? Because of the way I'm sitting here. It's the decks and the microphone, which is very, as you can tell, directional. It's not bad though. It's a Rode M2, I think. It's quite a nice sounding microphone. But yeah, I used the microphone because I wanted to be able to send all of it into the computer so I can just get the video, put the audio with it, and then cut the whole thing up rather than having to synchronize audio of the decks and audio of the camera. So this is all going to be easy peasy. I wish you all a very nice night. Goodbye from the Netherlands. And let's play some outro music. And I fucked up. Philips does this thing where when you press play, the song actually restarts, and it's very useful. But if you forget it because you use different CD players as well, yeah, then you mess up. Oh well, nothing we can't fix. Bye bye.